Reading, writing, and arithmetic. Okay, Heavenly, you have a different one? Boys and girls went to different schools. Ryan?
Older boys could study to be a priest in the Church of England.
Good. Anything different? What about the girls? What did they do? Nick?
Their moms that hired a tutor.
So moms hired tutors. Joshua, you remember something?
The girls stayed home from school.
They stayed home. What did they do at home? Do you remember?
They work.
What did they do? What kind of work?
They work on their homework.
Homework. Who can help him out? Heavenly?
The ladies stayed home and washed dishes and clothes.
Wash dishes, clothes, cooked. Good. Okay, so those are all three different answers that you, or many different answers you can have for that question. So if you don't have any of those down, you need to get that down. Okay, 9.4. Trades, the shoemaker shop. List 3 differences of craftspeople you might find in a shoemaker's shop and describe their duties. So who can give me one different person in the shoemaker's shop? Chris?
Blacksmith.
A blacksmith. Do you know what they did?
Nope.
Who knows what a blacksmith did? Jaden?
Made objects out of iron like horseshoes and plows.
Who is a different person in the shop? Devin.
Craftsman, a master craftsman.
A master craftsman. You know what a master craftsman did? No? Who knows what a master craftsman did? Jacob, is your hand up?
He's the one that did like all the hard crafts work, like making shoes.
Right, that's right. But there was something else that he did with the shop. Courtney, do you remember?
He made the special kind of shoes.
No. He, no one remembers? He was the owner. He owned the shop. So he did all the hard work. He was the master craftsman. So what about another person in the shoemaker shop? Andrew?
Coopers made barrels and other containers.
Okay, that's a different type of trade. Katie?
Was at the door.
Merchant, shoemaker merchants. Yeah, what about apprentices? Did you all read about him? Jacob, what did he do?
He was the one that worked up to be a journeyman.
Okay, kind of. Did he do all the hard work? No, what kind of work did he do? He didn't do a lot of work, he did. Okay. I heard someone whisper it. Easy work. He did the easy work, yeah. All right, 9.5, social life, Riley Tavern. List at least 4 activities that took place at the tavern in Williamsburg. So who can give me one activity that they did? Alex.
They played game of goose.
They played games. Yeah. Alyssa.
Well, one of my people in my group said they drank beer and wine.
Okay, so there was it was a social place to go. So there was food and drink. Sydney?
One of my group told us they danced at balls.
So they danced. Yeah. Ryan?
They made lamb stew, pie, potato, and egg coffee.
So there was a place you could go and eat and dance and hang out with your friends and play games. Okay, 9.6, government. What was the most interesting thing you learned about the government in Williamsburg? So this is kind of your own opinion because it asked you what the most interesting thing you learned was. Jaden, what was the most interesting thing you learned?
The king could refuse to make a law if he or she didn't like it.
That's good. Opera?
The governor did not have to sign the bills if he did not like to.
Yeah, that's right. Alyssa?
The government almost makes up a decision,
Not always. Why not always?
Are you still talking to me?
Yeah, talking to anyone.
Because some of the other people have a higher job than him, so they gotta make some decisions. I don't know.
Okay. One more, Ryan, and then we gotta go on.
The governor lived in a house called the Governor House.
Yes. Devin? Are you paying attention? Okay, 9.7, slavery. The slave quarters at the Carter's Grove Plantation. Describe the work the slaves did. Seth, do you know?
Yeah. They worked on plantations and the one in the house cooked and washed clothes and dusted.
Good. Okay, describe the living conditions of the slaves. Chris.
Hard, sad, painful, and stressful.
Hard, sad, painful, and stressful. And why do you think they felt those things? Sydney?
They was forced to work.
Yeah. They weren't very happy. Alright, the last one. 9.8. Religion. List at least 2 facts that show the Church of England was an important part of life in colonial Virginia. I know I saw some answers, and I don't know if you read the right thing. It says at least 2 facts that show that the Church of England was an important part. Akra? What do you have down?
The church leaders discourage people from practicing other religions.
Okay, that's a good one. Anyone have anything different? No? What do you all have?
I don't know. Mine I don't know.
Tell me what you have.
They both have, I don't know the word. CHEHAH.
Olivia? Yeah, that was what I read on most of your own, but it's not comparing 2 different churches, it's asking why the church was an important part of life. So let's think about that. If they go to church every Sunday, did you all read about where people sit in the pews?
Yeah.
You did? Who was in that group? Raise your hand. Okay, so did you all read about where they sat in church? Do you remember who sat in the first row? Nick?
Like the rich people.
The rich people. And then who sat in the middle pews? The poor people. And what about the balcony? Who sat on the balcony? Do you know? Joshua, do you know? Shake it?
Like the homeless or something?
No. Courtney?
The slaves.
The slaves. The slaves sat in the balcony. Okay? And they went to church every Sunday, and the church was part of making the decisions in the town. So that was another important fact. Anything that we just talked about, like how they went every Sunday, or where people sat. All right. Okay, everyone have any more questions about that? Okay, we're going to go on to the next activity. So I need tables 1 and 2 to go over the table and get an iPad. And then walk back to your seat. I didn't call your table. Okay, table 3 and 4 may walk and get one. Okay, when you get there, when you get your iPad, you're going to go to Safari. It doesn't work in Google. So go to Safari, tables 5 and 6. So I'll go grab an iPad.
This one.
And the place you're going is on the board. So it's http:// Padlet.com/. Colonial Williamsburg, and it's all, I know, that's the one that we did earlier. So here, I'm just gonna. Yeah. So just erase the end of it and type in Colonial Williamsburg.
Where?
Here, I'm coming over to help you. You're gonna go, it's right here. That's the address you're typing in Safari.
Wait, I think.
And your screen should look like that when you get to it. There should be nothing on it, and it looks like it's kind of like a paper wall.
Mine has the
Don't do anything yet. When you're there, wait for everyone. I'm going to give everyone directions at the same time. Okay, if yours looks like this, you're at the wrong one. This was the one we did earlier. You have to do it in Safari, and you have to make sure you have the HTTP in front. And all the letters are lowercase. Nick, did yours work? No? Raise your hand if you need help.